Well, it arrived early. Got the Samsung S25 Ultra. We're going to go ahead and unbox it and give you my first impression. I'm going to save us a lot of time and just thing out of the box and get started from there. Now, you can see I not only got the phone, but I got a couple extras. I got a case and an anti-reflective film. Now, it's already got an anti-reflective screen on it. I just wonder how much more this is going to improve it. Well, let's check it out. Move these two things aside for now, and we'll go ahead and open this up. You don't need any knives these days to do that. You just tear this tab off, and shake it down. And there you go. I chose to get the black model because I've tried getting different colors. I just don't seem to like them. I just always go back to the black. I just really like the way it looks. It's got a nice protector on there. I guess there's got to be something else in the box in here. We know we don't get a charger, but we should get a charging cable at least. Hope they didn't go cheap on that. Let's see what's in here. There is the charging cable and a key and instructions. All right. We're not interested in that stuff right now. We want to look at the phone. So let's go ahead and peel this bad boy off here. No nice sounds. You remember when they had the clear protectors on there and you could just hear it come off? You put these black things on here and you just don't. It kind of ruins the fun. Anyway, back to the phone. So I'm thinking it really looks nice and premium. Of course, it's nice and clean right here from the beginning. Well, let's see what it looks like compared to last year's model. It actually looks a little shorter, or are they about the same height? No, really close to the same height. Look at that. How about the width? It's supposed to be wider. It looks like they're almost identical in width as well. So how is this a 6.9 and this is just a 6.8? Well, I'm guessing it's the bezel. There's a lot less bezel on this phone than there is the S24 Ultra. Even though this is more squared off in corners, I just find that odd. Let's take a real close look at the difference here. On this, you look at this here, you got a flat versus a curved. And if you look at it, this is supposed to be thinner, but it actually looks like the 24 is thinner. It's hard to really say. Let's put them both on the table. No, there is a drop. It is a little thicker here. I don't think there's any way I could show you that, but it is a little bit thinner. So when you lay them flat together, you could feel it. You could feel a drop off there. I don't think there's any way I can get that on camera to see that, but you could feel the drop. Now look at these cameras. These cameras are looking like they're going to be larger on this one, and I guess they are still a little bit larger. Are they taller? When you're looking at the edge, it looks like they're raised a little more, and I don't think you can really see that on screen. It'll be interesting to see how it performs. And then you got the buttons on the side. The buttons are pretty much the same location, the same. The antenna band is different because this is flat. This will probably actually relate more to this right here, which is the iPhone 16 Max. And let's see if there is a thinner here. We do this. They are almost the same. As a matter of fact, I think the iPhone 16 Pro is a little bit thinner. I feel a lip going that way and a drop off going just barely half of where there was on the S24. Now, I don't know what the specs are, but it sure does seem like the iPhone's a little bit thinner. They are the exact same width. How are they on height? It looks like the iPhone is actually a little bit shorter. Now, I don't know off the top of my head what the weight is on the iPhone, but it does they feel very similar in weight. But the S25 has dropped to 219 grams or 18 grams. And I'll put it on the screen here what the iPhone is, and then you'll actually know. But look, you could just look at this, the reflection though. Look at that. You see a lot more reflection on the iPhone than you get on the S25 Ultra. But the S25 Ultra, they put that coating. You could pay extra to get a coating on top of the iPhone, but I've never done that. Now let's talk about the feel real quick. You can see it here. You know, it just kind of digs where you've got now the rounded corner. It's barely noticeable, but it is rounded. And yeah, it does not dig. You can feel it. And of course, now it's got that iPhone feel with the flat edges. So you iPhone folks, if you've always been wanting to switch the Samsung, but you just like the feel of the iPhone, here you go. We'll get this thing booted up and get my data transferred. Then we'll take a quick look at it before we're done. Okay, we're back. It's all set up. And I actually used it for a day, give it a try out, so I can give you my real first impression. Now, I did happen to put the screen protector on here, which is supposed to be a non-reflective, as well as this case that has MagSafe, which is really nice. You can take that and I can put one of my rings on it and hook it up to one of my MagSafe chargers as well. So I really like that. It makes it easy to hold. Matter of fact, why don't I just do that during this video? Take that out, put my finger in there. It just makes it really nice. Now, something that happens a lot is this Gemini keeps popping up on me, as you just heard it do. Kind of annoying, but I guess it's just something I got to get used to, which I will over time. And just to be clear, I put my main SIM in this phone. I'm going to use it as my daily driver for the next week or two, or maybe longer if I really enjoy it. And then my secondary will be one of my foldables, which has a SIM card as well, but is not my main line. Now, my first impression, I really like the size. It's nice, and it's nice weighted, and play around with the cameras a little bit. I'll show that in another video. Took some photos. They came out really good, but just a little spoiler. In my eyes, my view, the OnePlus Open and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold did a little better in some of those photo shoots against this one, using the ultra wide and then the telephoto lenses. Because remember, the OnePlus Open is a 64 megapixel, where this one is only a 50. And it just seems like the AI processing with the Pixel makes those photos a little more pleasing. So that's just my first impression on the cameras. I'm sure I'm going to work with it and learn how to use that 200 megapixel camera and probably end up doing better. And there's probably some updates to come to this phone to improve the photos as well. I will be doing a full comparison and competition between this and the other devices. So watch for that video. Now, the screen protector that I bought through Samsung when I bought the phone, of course, it was just one of those extra free credit things. No good. Do not buy it. It is a very soft film that you have to scroll on there, and you're not going to be able to see it, but there's all kinds of bubbles. Maybe if I turn it lens off, can you see all the bubbles? It's got bubbles. They will not scrape out, but maybe over time they'll fade away. Who knows? But I don't think I'll be keeping it on there that long because I have some other screen protectors I'm going to try out on this phone. That'll be another video. So the Clear Safe with the MagSafe, that's good. Screen protector, don't get it from Samsung. It came with 2 screen protectors. I tried them both and just had to settle with the second one. First one was ruined. And it had clear instructions and a nice little guide that came with it, but none of that really worked. And again, I just may be no good at it. So first, I do like the side of the phone. I like the screen. The screen's nice and clear, and you can see it's larger than my Pixel that I have here. I had just the regular Pixel 9 Pro size. I don't have the Ultra here, but it is a nice size. And you can see it's actually wider than the Pixel 9 Pro, and so that's good. So this really nice size screen, you know. Of course, you got to get to a foldable and unfold it if you want to get bigger. Now, with my videos, I film them from one of my phones, and then I edit them on my computer, which is a Mac Mini. And then when I convert those to shorts, I do it all on the phones. So I figured I'd do a short on this phone, and I did today. And everything seemed pretty good, pretty smooth, and it's fast. But you know what? Not any faster than the OnePlus Open, which happens to be filming this video right now. And I got to tell you, I think the 12 gigs of RAM that they put in here is going to be my worst nightmare. You got 16 in my Pixels, 16 gigabytes of RAM in the OnePlus Open, the 2-year-old phone, and they put 12 in this thing. Now, I went into this thinking, okay, that's not going to matter because it's got a faster processor and everything. But you know what? When I started doing editing this short, I'll show you what I got here. I use an app, and it's called Power Direct, and I make the shorts. And I made this short here. And when I went to add the captions here below, it started doing it, and then all of a sudden I got a big warning, out of memory, cannot complete function or task or whatever it said. I couldn't believe I had to close down the program, start it up. I didn't have really anything running in the background. This was just simple video editing and on a simple video editing program here. Now, of course, after I closed out the program and restarted it, I didn't reboot the phone. I just restarted the program. I didn't have an issue the next time. And then at the end, I had it render the video and export it. It was slower than what I experience typically with my OnePlus Open. And that is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. Not a 3, it's a 2. You have the Elite in this thing. What's going on, Samsung? You screwed up not putting that extra, or letting us get that extra RAM here in the United States. Apparently, you can get 16 gigs of RAM elsewhere, but not here. So that's just a quick word of caution. If you have the S24 Ultra with 16 gigs of RAM, hang on to it, because this has the Gen 3 Snapdragon where the OnePlus only has the 2, and it doesn't seem to have any problem with with background processing. And this was just my first day and my first experience on it. Maybe it was a glitch. I don't know. Or maybe like whenever they release these phones, there always takes a couple of updates for them to start working right. And it did let me send a report off on that issue, so Samsung's going to know. Now, other than that, it worked really well. Good with my text, a few AI features that I did use and have been added to this that are not on my Z Fold 6. You know, like the sidebar here, it's got additional AI features, which are nice. And I guess that comes with One UI 7. So hopefully soon they'll give us the upgrade on the Z Fold 6 for the One UI 7. I have experienced quite a bit more with this, and I am enjoying it, and I've got a lot more to tell you, but we're going to spend a couple more days using this phone so I can give you a real proper first review, and we may throw in some comparisons with some of my other devices. Now, if there's certain things you want me to test out and check so I can give you in this first review, leave it down in a comment below so I can make sure to do that and be able to address it in the next video. And if you want to see some other comparisons of the OnePlus Open Snapdragon 2 against the Snapdragon 3 in these other devices, check out this video here. Until next time, God bless.